Hey guys, Percy here, and welcome back to the Social English Podcast. Listen, do you ever think about your future? What are your future plans? And you want to tell this to your friend in English. That's what we're going to talk about today on the Social English Podcast.
今日は英語修理店のエピソードです。英語を勉強している日本人が英語の間違いを正してくれないかと尋ねました。これを実際の会話英語で行ってみます。
Hey everybody, once again welcome back to the Social English Podcast. And this is a place where you can learn a little bit of social English every day. If you are new here, I'd like to give you a special welcome.And thank you for listening to my show. Today, we have what we call the English Repair Shop and another English Repair Shop episode. A Japanese listener asked if I can help with their English. Of course, I said yes.So let's talk about a new word in English that you may not understand. This is a word maybe you don't know. The word is long and maybe difficult.Here it is. Please listen. Insomnia. Insomnia. That's insomnia. Insomnia means that you can't sleep or can't sleep well. Today's listener wants to talk about her insomnia in English. So, let's do that today. Now, as with every single English Repair Shop episode,We will have 4 parts. In part 1, I will read exactly what the Japanese person said in the wrong English. So part 1 will be the incorrect, wrong English. Or machigai English, I guess. In part 2, I will say the correct English in a conversational, social English style. And social English is the modern, conversational, and communication or communicative. So the modern English, okay? English you would hear in America today, okay, right now.So, social English is modern 2022 and beyond English you'd hear in many social circles or in social situations. So, that's what we'll do in part 2. In part 3, I will give you any hints.that I think are important so that you don't make these same mistakes. In part 4, I will say the corrected English version in a fast, natural speed. This way, you can also practice listening to natural, native American English in the natural speed. So what some people call fast English. You can hear and you start to listen and learn the patterns of fast English so that you can understand the natural speed English of a native speaker. Okay. So let's do the first part, part one. This is the Japanese learner of English, a Japanese person, just like you, who is learning English, and this is their structure. Now, they have used 5 sentences. We're going to go over 5 sentences. Let's start. Kite kudasai. 1. I couldn't sleep because I was thinking of my work or future and so on. 2. I thought I will not able to get up early today, so I've worked until now. 3. I almost finished my work, which I should finish today. 4. I'm not sure it's a good behavior. At least it's a good thing that I can work flexible. Number 5, good night. Okay, now let me say that one more time without the numbers, just the English. Please listen. I couldn't sleep because I was thinking of my work or future and so on. I thought I will not able to get up early today, so I've worked until now. I almost finished my work, which I should finish today. I'm not sure it's a good behavior. At least it's a good thing that I can work flexible. Good night. Okay, so that was the wrong English from a Japanese learner. So maybe you heard some wrong words or wrong sentence structure. So please listen to this part, part 2. This will be the correct English in slow speed. Please listen. Kite kudasai. Number 1. Sentence 1. I couldn't sleep because I was stressing out, thinking about my future. Number 2. I didn't think I would wake up, so I worked all night. 3. I'll probably finish my work today. 4. I'm not sure if that was healthy, but at least I have a flexible work schedule. 5. Good night, everyone. Okay, so this corrected English, social English version, there are 5 sentences. Okay? 5 sentences. Now, I will say the corrected version with just the English only. Just the English only. Please listen. Kite kudasai. I couldn't sleep because I was stressing out thinking about my future. I didn't think I would wake up, so I worked all night. I'll probably finish my work today. I'm not sure if that was healthy, but at least I have a flexible work schedule. Good night, everyone. Okay, so that is how you would correct this in the correct English in modern social English. This is how you would say that, or this is how I would do it. And feel free to use those patterns because they'll work for you. And the English pattern that I set up is very modern, and everyone would understand it, and it sounds very natural. Okay. Let's talk about part 3. Part 3, some hints and advice I have for you. Now, in the first part 1, the Japanese learner of English made some mistakes that are big mistakes, or maybe not really mistakes, but they don't sound modern and natural English. They don't sound like modern and natural English. Some of these words we do not use, or we use phrases or words more nowadays. So these days, we use different words. So let's talk about that. Okay, so the first piece of advice or hint, the phrase stressing out. Stressing out is a phrase you can use to talk about and describe that you could not do something because you were thinking about something a lot. Stressing out means mental stress or mental health problem. Maybe a small mental health problem, but most people do stress out or are stressing out sometime. So, especially in American English, often we use the phrase stressing out. We use the phrase stressing out a lot. Okay, second piece of advice. Hint 2. I've worked until now shouldn't be used. We would never say I've worked until now. Instead, use I worked all and the time. So in my corrected English, I use the phrase I worked all night. You can also say, I worked all day. I worked all evening. I worked all afternoon. I worked all weekend. So you can use many different words involving time to use the phrase I worked all. Okay, and the third hint and a piece of advice, in English, we don't say that thinking about your future is a behavior. So behavior is not used when we talk about thinking about your future. This is why it is better to use if it was healthy instead of thinking about your future. We want to talk about did I think too much? Is this healthy? Is this not healthy or unhealthy? So please use that phrase. Okay, now this is part 4, natural fast speed English. Okay, so this is what you would hear in America and American English with this particular dialogue. Now, I will say this dialogue in the normal natural speed, just the English parts only. Please listen, kite kudasai. Now remember, there are 5 sentences, but see if or try to listen and hear where the sentence ends and where the next sentence starts. Okay, please listen, kite kudasai. I couldn't sleep because I was stressing out thinking about my future. I didn't think I would wake up, so I worked all night. I'll probably finish my work today. I'm not sure if that was healthy, but at least I have a flexible work schedule. Good night, everyone.
このショーを気に入っていただけたら、5つ星のレビューをぜひお願いします。コメントは英語か日本語でお書きいただければ喜んで読ませていただきます。リアルソーシャルイングリッシュ .com にアクセスしてぜひ無料でダウンロードしてください。ほとんどの日本人の英語を勉強している人がやってしまいがちな7つの間違いとその正しい言い方。また、毎日英語を上達させるのに役立つ資料もたくさんあります。Apple Podcast、Google Podcast、Stitcher、そして今はパンドラでもポッドキャストを購読いただけます。支援者になっていただけませんか？私たちがこのショーを作るための支援として5ドルの寄付をお願いできませんか？今後のエピソードで感謝の気持ちをお伝えします。また、そこでしか利用できない新しいコンテンツも入手できます。patreon.com/socialenglish からご参加ください。ソーシャルメディアで私たちのポッドキャストを友達にシェアしたり、Twitter、Facebook、Instagram のフォローをお願いします。
Okay, there you have it. The correct way to speak about having insomnia, and not being able to sleep in social English. Okay, I'd like to thank you for joining me today on the Social English Podcast. I am smiling right now because I really enjoy bringing these lessons or information to you. And I really enjoy doing this podcast for you. You can always, as Sora said, send an email or message on Instagram, Twitter, or even Facebook on our pages, and I will respond. In Japanese or English is okay, no problem. So, with that being said, I will see you in the next episode. Peace and love.
今日は楽しい時間をありがとうございました。ぜひ私たちのウェブサイト well.English.com を訪問して日本語訳と役立つ情報を手に入れてください。また次回お会いしましょう。バイバイ。See you next time. Bye bye.